All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here. We are back with some more WNBA action. We have Dallas and we have the Fever. Just know when these two teams play each other, it's gonna be a movie. Now, what kind of movie is it? Is it gonna be a good one? Uh, Not really sure. Mainly because Dallas is pretty injury prone right now. They don't have AZ, they don't have Shep. I think Zaza is out too. So let's just say, long story short, the wings are clipped. And they're trying to stack up as many wins as possible before the big games begin, the postseason, the playoffs, right? And then we have the Indiana Fever. The Fever have been clicking on all levels. Let's just put it that way. They've been pretty hot. This video is going to be pretty long, mainly because we have a lot to talk about. So the YouTube side, we're going to eat good. Unfortunately, you already know the highlights. It's a hit or miss right now. What's been going on with the W. So on the YouTube side, I will see you guys when we get to the box scores. But on the second channel, all right, bro, we already. Okay, Goomba Wale. Lex, I get it though. You try to run the offense. Hines Allen is wide open. That should have been a missile right there. Really? So we not calling travels here? Nah, bro. Nah. Nah. Well, look at Dallas. It's the energy that they needed. This is the energy that they need. It's funny. This was off camera, by the way. I seen some people say that America's biggest issue in the World Cup is gonna be Team China, right? And we know Lee rules on Team China. Just looking at this clip right here, the only thing we gotta worry about is the player that's 7-7. Whoever that is, that's the only player we gotta worry about. Other than that, we win in the game. Um, yeah. I mean, just like I said in the intro, I didn't see Dallas really. Well, at least they competed. But I just didn't see them winning this game because they're injured. No AZ, no Shep, no Zaza. Yeah, I just didn't see Dallas winning this game. I did. And the Fever stay hot, regardless if you don't like Stephanie White or not. She doing her job. And that's why they are now 22-12. Simple. All right, box scores. Who did what in this game? Dallas. Elena Smith, 35 minutes, 8 points. Simple. Lockwood 8-6. Odyssey with 11-2. Enrique with 20-6. PB5 with 29, 6-6. Couple of steals. Clark with 4. Secrets with 5. Leroux 4 minutes of 5. All of a sudden, it's getting playing time now. Oh, because Zaza's out. Of course, that's the only reason why. Haley Jones with a layup. And the rest, as I said earlier, is all out with injuries. Right ankle, right knee, and left leg. Fever. Michaela Timpson was 6-4. So here's the thing, chat. Do y'all see a difference when Michaela Timpson and Monique Billings started? I mean, I didn't watch the game, but from an athletic standpoint, I can see a difference. I mean, it looked like Big Mo really shot that one-legged Dirk Nowitzki shot, and that's about it. But I guess it might be a difference. We'll see later on in the season though. AB, Aaliyah Boston was 16-10 double double, very solid. Captain Kelsey with 23. He was 1-7 from the 3-point line. 9-21 from the field. Hey, but you kept that 20-point streak alive though. That's what's up. You kept your streak alive and y'all won, and that's what matters. Lexi Hall with a nice jog around the park for 12 minutes. Caitlin Clark with 29, 11 of 18, 2 of 8, 5 of 6, 10 assists, double double. You almost fought out this game though. But you got a double double, and y'all won, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Hines Allen with two, Monique with two, Van Sluten with rubbing her eyes, Sophie with 5 in 20 minutes, Ty Harris. So on the YouTube side, probably didn't hear it, but maybe you did, maybe you didn't, because it probably got edited out. Ty Harris went and bought some boost from the 2K store. They said, the announcer said Ty Harris hasn't made a shot since last month and decided to say, you know what? I'm knocking all of my shots down tonight. All of them. All from threes. Anyway, Raven with a minute. Mercedes Russell didn't play. So I'm wondering, when will she get her shot? Because she's some good height. She's 6'6". So I guess when Aaliyah Boston is injured again, hopefully not, but let's say if she were to be injured again, I guess that's when Mercedes Russell checks in as one of the second string players, maybe. I guess I don't know. Anyways, exercise 34-31, Fever on the rebounds, assists 18-14 going to Dallas, turnovers 10-9 going to the Fever, one less turnover, steals 4-3 Fever, blocks 6-2 Dallas, fouls 19-21 Dallas with two less fouls, free throws 18-20, 11-13. This is a pretty interesting case where the road team gets more free throws than the home team. But at the end of the day, the Fever won. And that's what matters most. If you're a Fever fan, of course. 7 of 29, 9 of 24 from the Fever, 31 of 72, and 39 of 74 from the Fever from the field, and a W at home in Cambridge. Side clips, what do we have? Okay, so we have a lot of Fever clips here. Caitlin Clark praise of Ty Harris.
Probably one of the best teammates I've had. Like, she's always there supporting everybody, like uplifting everybody. So it's really fun to see her kind of like come into her own and thrive. And whether she plays 2 minutes or she plays 20 minutes, she's the same person in the locker room and shows up and works every single day. Ty is probably one of the best teammates I've had.
W. Caitlin
I
Clark.
mean, I'm at
W.
all
Caitlin.
watching CC play. Sometimes it's like it's normal, and it's not. So it's just great to be on her side officially this year. But I mean, like you said, I'm a vet. You got to stay ready whenever your number is called, and my number was called today, and I went perfect, so it felt great.
Compliment for compliment. I mean, it makes sense, you know. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's some
Oh, here's the person that y'all can't stay in. Stephanie White.
times that you just catch yourself smiling, right? Like there was a three right in front of me, and it's like you could tell the rhythm was there, the timing was there, the flow was there, and it just went straight through the bottom of the net. She keeps people on their toes. She has a really good sense of understanding, particularly with Kelsey and AB, of where they're going to be, of when they're going to release, and how to get them the ball. And that keeps teams honest. But she's like a maestro. I mean, the way that she really runs our offense. I think when we're at our best, she is instructing. She is running it. Much like a show. And it's tough when it's tough to match up with us when she's commanding the floor like that. Yeah, I mean, there's sometimes that you.
It's fair to say that.
Good job. Wait, what are we doing? Good job. And the report. Good job. Really good win. We kind of had to slug through some tar a little bit early to find ourselves in the second. But in the second half, we shot 66% from the floor, 56 from the three-point line, and 6 for 6 from the free throw line. See? 29 and 10.
There it is, guys. That one free throw would have got you 30. The 30-point double-double. But it's cool. Fever still won, and that's what matters, I guess. Rather have 29 and 10 in a W than 30 and 10 in a loss. I really would prefer 30 and 10 in a W, but it's cool.
That's big time. AB a plus 14, 16 and 10. Hey, good stuff. It was a struggle, and sometimes it's like that. It was probably an off night for us, and we found a way to win. Much better job of taking care of the ball, only 9 turnovers. Okay, all that matters. Every game moving forward, in terms of where we're trying to climb, not just getting into the playoffs, but home court in the playoffs. It is a possession game. Okay, that's taking care of the ball. That's keeping them off the glass, right? That's keeping them off the free throw line, winning those margins. We can do that night in and night out. And on an off night, to be able to do what you did in the fourth quarter, just great work. Great.
Now let me ask y'all a question. Y'all still want her fired? Even though that was a great speech, do you feel as if that she's still on BS? Y'all still booing her at the games? Does she still deserve to be fired? Find out on the next episode of Caitlin Clark versus somebody. Anyway, bench cam, Caitlin, Sophie, and Aaliyah Boston, fear win. Ooh, here we go. Caitlin Clark injures ankles then returns.
To allow that current state to allow her to explode into her jumper. Now this happened inside a minute.
Ooh.
To allow her to explode into her jumper. Now this happened.
Oh, well, there it is, and there you go. Right there.
Inside a minute, right before the half, you see Caitlin Clark looks like she turned her left ankle. She comes up grimacing, hopping off the court. She went immediately to the locker room after this play. First half, but
She's all right.
to go here to start the second.
Retie the shoes, you'll be all right. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, well, you got Shamar Moore at the game. All right, y'all. So we're on the Twitter side, and it looks as if Aaliyah Boston is receiving a lot of backlash. So let's start here. We have, hey, Aaliyah Boston, missing easy layups like you're a fat version of Angel Reese is disrespectful. See, here y'all go being overly emotional, being overly stimulated for absolutely no reason at all. A random Angel Reese string. Anyways, to hear that, it was really annoying, honestly, and disrespectful. Hashtag Fever Center, Leah Boston on the booze that head coach Stephanie White received on Tuesday.
Announced in the booth. I think when you are on your home floor and your team's getting announced and the coach is getting announced, I feel like there's no reason for any of that. I mean, we come out here and we do everything that we can to win, and I think Steph does a great job with us. Like, we love her and we appreciate her, and so to hear that, it was really annoying, honestly, and disrespectful. But for us, I mean, we kept the main thing, and we said we're gonna come out here and we're gonna get that dub. I think when you are on your home floor and your team's getting
Well, that sounds like good PR to me because I don't know what y'all wanted to say. You wanted her to say F Stephanie White or something? What did you want her to say? Of course she's going to stand up for her head coach. Duh. Anyway, let's keep moving, bro. Because again, I don't know what warranted you to bring up Angel Reese and calling Aaliyah Boston a fat version of Angel Reese because of missing layups. Like I don't get it. Anyways, here y'all go typing essays. Anybody but Caitlyn. At this point, the anybody but Caitlyn Clark narrative is getting impossible to ignore, and yes, that includes some of her own teammates. Aaliyah Boston constantly gets praised for being Caitlyn Clark's teammate while seemingly overlooking her when she's wide open, repeatedly pushing the Kelsey Mitchell narrative, and rarely, if ever, publicly defending Caitlyn when the criticism gets ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Well, let's go ahead and see what Aaliyah Boston had to say here. because I'm not reading all that.
AB, I'm not sure how much
11:30 at night.
more you can say, but when you see Kelsey, who already is one of the best scorers in the world, get to this level, what does that say about her work ethic and the way she's playing?
Yeah, Kelsey comes in here and she works every day. I mean, she gets up extra shots. She just comes in and does what she needs to do. And I think, honestly, she's really just the MVP. Like, I think that's just what she's been doing. Every single night you see her come out and she drops, I don't even know how many points at this rate. She defends her butt off.
What did she just say?
Kelsey comes in here and she works every day. I mean, she gets up extra shots. She just comes in and does what she needs to do. And I think, honestly, she's really just the MVP. Like, I think that's just.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna drive them crazy. And you know who I'm talking about, too. You said any player that's not Caitlin Clark as the MVP of the Fever? Oh, yeah, that's all you're gonna hear in your DMs for the next 24 to 48 hours. And then what did she say after this?
Does what she needs to do. And I think, honestly, she's really just the MVP. Like, I think that's just what she's been doing. Every single night you see her come out and she drops, I don't even know how many points at this rate. She defends her butt off, and then we just come out here and we play. I mean, she does exactly what she needs to do, so I'm really proud of her.
Alright. So let me give you guys my opinion on this, right? Let me give you guys my 2 cents. Here's why I think both players are very important to the team. Now, I know a lot of people bring up last year, how the Fever almost made the finals last year, but we have to remember that this isn't last year's team. And we also have to understand what Caitlin Clark brings to the Fever. Like, she brings a lot of attention, which we already know. Good attention, bad attention. She brings a lot of controversy to the Fever. Rather it's good, rather it's bad, just know when Caitlin Clark is around, it's either going to go one or two ways. But what we have to understand too, Chad, is that the Fever need Caitlin Clark, especially this year. Because without Caitlin Clark, I don't know how far this team go this year. Because I know the narrative, like I was saying, people bring up last year. Well, last year, well, last year, well, last year, well, last year, the Fever almost, well, the Fever last year they did. Well, this isn't last year's team. This year they don't have Ari McDonald. They don't have, I know she barely played, but they don't have Sydney Colson, Sydney Coleslaw. They don't have Aerial Powers. They don't have Odyssey Sims. So this isn't last year's team. They have Monique Billings, Maisha Hines Allen, and Ty Harris. This is not the same team from last year. So what they were getting away with last year, they more than likely won't get away with this. Get away with that this year. So yes, Caitlin Clark is very much needed. She has a lot of value that she brings to the Fever, right? However, Kelsey Mitchell is highly important to this team, especially this year. If you thought last year she was important, this year, brother, sister, let me tell you something. If Captain Kelsey Mitchell was either A, injured, which is pretty rare because Kelsey Mitchell's pretty durable. B, traded and not on this team, or C, not averaging the 20 to 25 points she's been averaging for the last month and a half, 2 months. Oh, this team is doomed. Because let's say hypothetically, Kelsey Mitchell is injured or she's traded. This team is cooked. Because, yeah, you could rely on Aaliyah Boston to potentially give you Kelsey Mitchell gone or traded, injured. You could probably rely on Aaliyah Boston to give you, what, 20, 18, 20 points, maybe 10 boards, 11 boards. But that's not enough. And then you can't rely on Caitlin Clark to get you 50 every night. Not in the pros, because this isn't Iowa. This is not Iowa. Now back then, she'll get you high 30s and 40s. In the W, no. So with Kelsey Mitchell being here, it takes a lot of the weight of Caitlyn having to carry an entire franchise on her back because Kelsey Mitchell is there and she's doing what she's doing. But the problem is, I don't think a lot of I don't want to categorize real Fever fans because the majority of them are Caitlyn Clark fans. Or as some might say, the cult, the Clarkies. I feel like a lot of y'all don't really appreciate Kelsey Mitchell. Because when she has bad games, y'all be quick to call her Julian Newman. Quick to call her Julian Newman with the ferocity. Expeditiously. Quickly. The quickness calling her Julian Newman. When she has a bad game. When she has a good game, y'all quiet. When she has a really good game, then y'all get to say, oh, well, Kelsey Mitchell, she doesn't do what Caitlyn does as far as passing. She doesn't do the same as Caitlyn Clark as getting rebounds. Then you try to bring her down. You try to de-escalate her value. Like she isn't scoring dang near 30 every game. So yes, Kelsey Mitchell is very important to this roster. Now, if you want to say MVP, then that's to each his own, but still, they both need each other. So again, to summarize what I'm saying, for the people that keep bringing up last year's roster, this isn't last year's roster. They got away with what they got away with without Caitlyn. This year, they probably won't get away with that. So yes, Caitlin Clark is very much needed. She brings a lot of attention, whether it's good, whether it's bad. She's here. The value is there. However, Kelsey Mitchell, what she brings to the table is highly important to the team. Because if she's not averaging what she's averaging, or she's injured, or she was traded, oh yeah, this team is doomed. Because again, you can rely on Leah Boston to give you a cool 20 and 10, but she's in and out of the lineup. So then all you have really is Caitlin Clark. And she would have to average dang near a quadruple double for them to stay alive because the rest of this roster, bro, this is the 2018 Cavs. I'm just saying, bro. Respect Kelsey because she is doing a lot for the team on both sides of the ball. Her value is very important to the Fever. Again, when she has good games, y'all want to bring her down her value, talking about she doesn't do that, doesn't do this. She should be an MVP candidate. Oh no, because of this, this, and this. Trying to make her feel like she's not as important. Like, come on, bro. She's very important to the team. So let's get into this Candace Parker clip, and then we get out of here. Aaliyah Boston on Candace Parker snub Caitlin Clark from the MVP conversation. Therefore, it's Asia Wilson, Olivia Miles, Kelsey Mitchell, and PB5.
I think in terms of MVP, it may not be in this order, but to me, it's Asia Wilson, surprise, surprise, Olivia Miles.
Kelsey Mitchell.
Can I get there?
Oh, my bad.
Kelsey Mitchell.
Oh, Leah Boston, you said that with some spice, didn't you?
Olivia Miles.
Kelsey Mitchell.
You said that with some spice. Kelsey Mitchell. Let's not get it confused here. You're forgetting Kelsey Mitchell. That's why they dogging you like this. That's why they dogging you. And again, like I said, bro, Kelsey Mitchell and her value is highly important to this roster. You try to devalue her when she's averaging dang near 30. What is she averaging? Let's make sure we get this all the way right. Kelsey Mitchell is averaging 24, a couple of squats, 3 squats, and a couple of jumping jacks. Oh, in the NBA? Well, Maybe in the 2010s, I might be MVP candidate. Now, I mean, everybody's averaging 40. But at a point in time, this is an MVP candidate in the NBA. So, I mean, that has nothing to do with the WNBA. You're right, but still, don't try to devalue her.
Can I get there?
Oh my bad.
Kelsey Mitchell, Paige Beckers. Those are my 4. I think you could swap, but I think Olivia Miles gets the edge just because they're the number 1 team in the league. You know, they're head and shoulders, I would say, above. But yeah, I think Asia Wilson again, unless voters get tired, this midseason.
Asia fatigue.
Yeah, it's hard not to have her in the conversation.
Y'all think. Caitlin Clark's Stan account. Yeah, we're not reading all that, bro. These were the top. These were the top for the W had for the MVP. Not gonna lie, this one stings. Leah Boston, I can't even believe what you're saying. You and Kelsey wouldn't even be here without the total play of Caitlin Clark. See, here y'all go. This is what I'm saying. You try to devalue Kelsey Mitchell by saying Stephanie White reduced Caitlin shots to increase Kelsey Mitchell shots. Beckers and Miles are comical in this list. Caitlin Clark is first in everything except for points. Jackie Young should be in that list. I mean, she's been playing like Michael Jordan. So, I mean, maybe. Wow. Aaliyah Boston is jealous. That's very interesting because I never seen that. I didn't know she had that much spice to say Kelsey Mitchell. And then again, even with Candace Parker, find it kind of interesting from you too. Because even though, yes, Candace Parker is one of the greatest players of all time in WNBA history, I think she's the only one of the very few players, if only player, to win Rookie of the Year and MVP in the same year. But, Candace Parker, she's kind of like a Krabby Patty. You flip it on both sides. So, I don't know. One day it's this, and then tomorrow it's back to the Caitlyn glaze. So, I mean, I find it interesting. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to wrap this up. I know I kind of was talking in circles with the Aaliyah Boston, what she had to say about Kelsey Mitchell being a MVP.
It's Asia Wilson. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, that's the same thing. But yeah, I know it sounds like I was talking in circles, but the point still stands, if that makes sense. But anyways, chat, that's gonna wrap this up, bro. Fever, their next game is versus the. We will be here on the 16th. Absolutely. I think this is what, Rivals Week? Oh, yeah, we definitely here for that. Valkyries, 3 days? We will be here for that. That being said, chat, that's gonna wrap this up, bro. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe if you're new. If you do subscribe, it's always appreciated. And I will see you guys in the next video.